Hey guys, how you doing? Hi Teresa, Tabby, Christy, Carrie. Can y'all hear me? Let me move some of this stuff away from my microphone. Can you hear me okay? Hi Rosa, Tanya, Diane. Let's not stick my hand in the paint. Sound good? Okay. How's everybody doing? It's an impromptu Friday morning. So I thought we would use some of these old journal pages. I got a little bit of the lights kind of flickering in from outside. Maybe I'll turn that. Close my blinds just a little there because the sunshine is coming in. Oh, thank you, Sherry Bug, for the $3.99 and the cup of coffee. Thank you so much. Let me write you down so I can. Y'all make sure if you super chat me or PayPal me, email me your address or attach it to the PayPal so that I can send you a thank you. Here's my email. Let's make sure it's right. There we go. Thank you so much, Sherry Bug. I'll write that down. Where's my pen? Here it is. How you doing today, Sherry? Thanks for the cup of coffee. Hi, Muffy, Linda, Zeely. I know, isn't that nice? Thank you so much. I got my little things going on over here. I got a big stack of stuff sent down. I'm sending a bunch more out tomorrow. So, how you doing, Zeely? Molly? Thought maybe you may like some virtual coffee. I love virtual coffee. Thank you for the virtual coffee. Good one. Oh my gosh. Hi, Coloring Kay. Aw. Well, I appreciate you guys and thank you so much. I do appreciate all you guys too. Debbie the Doodler. Oh, yeah, it's an impromptu. Hi, Scrap Girl. So these have been up on my shelf for years. I have pulled them out a couple of times and tried to use some of them up, but I've got hundreds of old journal pages. So I said, well, let's go ahead. I live in the dream, Zeely. Zeely. I said, so let's pull them back out again. Let's pull them back out again and see what we can do with some more of these old journal pages and backgrounds. Some are just backgrounds. Some are, this one actually, I think is from my driveway art. These two right here, or these three. These are all that's left of my driveway art. So I probably won't use these. If y'all were around like 8, 9, 10 years ago, when I used to do art on the driveway, these are left over from art on the driveway. So I think I'll save these three. I just recognize them. What I would do is I would roll out big pieces of paper and cardstock. Hi, Diane. Hi, Jane. I would roll out lots of big papers and then all the leftover paint that I had, like when the paint got down to about this much, I would fill it up with water and shake it up and make a wash out of it, right? With just the leftover paints. Then I would go out on the driveway. The whole driveway would be covered with paper. And I'd shake out all the old paints. And then after it dried, I cut it up and made cards out of it and sent them out to you guys. And these, I think, are the last 3 sheets. These are the last 3 sheets of those splatters that I have left. Yeah. So I'll probably keep those and not mess with those. So, yeah. So, I pulled out some old, and this is not by any means all of it, but I have different sizes here. I have some smaller ones. These are some smaller ones. I think this might be some driveway art too on notebook paper. I did some on notebook paper one time. So I have, I have this stack here. These are folded in half sheets. Some of these are done on, these right here will be good for collage because they're little. So we'll tear these up. They're thin. These right here are on notebook paper. So we can tear these up and glue them down on other collages. So there's that. I think that's what that is. Okay, so we'll separate that. And do I have enough light? I'm looking around here. It looks, all my lights are on. Hi, Julie Topaz. Happy Fabulous Friday. So I pulled out a bunch of my old art journal pages that we've worked on and done projects. And look, they're like, these are old. These are way old. And I thought what we would do is repurpose them and turn them. And we've done this before. It's just been a while. Turn some of them into art cards or pieces of collage to use. Cut them up. Essentially, what we're going to do is cut them up. So let me just kind of show you how much I got here. I pulled this many off the shelf. Trust me, I've got plenty. I've got plenty. These are just the loose pages that I've deconstructed out of other journals. So I thought what we would do is turn these and take these, add some paint, add some more collage, and we can cut them up and turn them into art cards, art or pieces to use in collage. So we'll see what we can do with it. But all this is, I'm going to whittle this down again. We've done it before. I think probably at one point we've at least whittled down this much over the years. So I want to do that again. So let's just kind of look through that. So these are pages out of other journals, right? That I've deconstructed or not used. Not use them. Let's see. Maybe let's turn the brightness down just a little. There we go. Got a little flashed out there. Is this zoomed in enough, you think? Let me look at my camera. Let's see here. There we go. And so what I want to do is we can take these, and I kind of like both sides of this. So if we cut this one up, we'll see which side we like the best. So I thought maybe we would make a couple different sizes. My art cards, I used to make ATCs, artist trading cards, which are 2.5 by 3.5. But then I started going after those Project Life size cards came out, which are 3 by 4. I moved my art card size up. Let me get up here and reach up here and get a couple. I moved them up to 3 by 4 as well because it's just it's more real estate on a 3 by 4. And these have been completed, varnished, and I keep these as my sample ones. So I might make some 3 by 4 like this, or I might also make some 4 by 6 postcard size. Hi, Christine. I know I'm missing people coming in. Kimberly, Shelly, Gail Gonzalez, welcome. Anybody else I missed? So you can do a few things with these. You can, if you've taken old pages out of art journals and you don't know what to do with them, you can just cut them up as is. Now, a lot of these have been different projects we've started. I've shown you how to do things with them. But for instance, let me get a piece of, I did get some wax paper. I think I need a bigger piece of wax. This wax paper will be good for this size, but I'm going to need a bigger piece of wax paper. Might need 2. We'll see. Okay, that's good. Let's put this one over here too. That way, got a bigger wax area. There we go. So you can take your old journal pages that you've done backgrounds and you don't know what to do with them. Maybe you don't even like them anymore. And I did pull out my matte medium here. I pulled out as many of the supplies I think I would need. And I just poured some matte medium out here. And of course, always covered up what I do with the lid. Although I'm probably going to use up most of this today. So you can take your matte medium and a glue brush, which this is going to bug me. I have to flip that up. There we go. Take a brush my glue brushes are the only brushes that I keep in water, and they're crunchy and crusty, but that's what I use for gluing. So I'm just going to check and chat here. Thanks, Julie, for being here. Impromptu. Yeah, it's impromptu, Terry. I checked. Mary wasn't streaming. She streams at night now on Fridays, I think. So um, nobody I saw was that I saw was streaming. So I said, well, I'll go ahead and do an impromptu Friday. Okay. So you have these journal pages. Don't be afraid to deconstruct your journals. Don't be afraid to tear pages out, take them apart, and reuse them. If they're just pages like this where you've practiced backgrounds, jelly plating, you're not going to use them for anything. Then take them apart. Let me get here. I'm going to bring over here some collage elements as well. So I'm going to have a bucket of collage stuff handy. And if you don't like, let's just say you don't like these colors, or you want some different colors, either take some magazine images and add some more to it, scrape some more paint on it, and we're going to cut these up. We're going to cut them up and turn them either in to art cards themselves, like I was showing you, like, art cards like this, where you can add small elements to them, or postcards. Or you can reuse them in your other collage elements. Like here's somewhere I use a deli paper, and I did. These are all going out. I made a whole bunch more. These are deli papers in the background. Here, let me get this one. These are deli papers in the background with just a couple of other collage elements. Very simple. And so if you want to take and use these papers instead of deli papers like I've used here, tear them up, cut them up, and use them in actual collage pieces, or just cut them up completely down and use the sheet as, 3x4 or 4x6 or any size for that matter, and turn them into something else. So I'm just going to do this as an example. So I have some different collage pieces here. Now, a few things, and if you have any questions, just put it in caps. Make sure you have 1080p or 720 selected in settings, and make sure you have live chat clicked at the top. So, hi, G. G's been doing a series on her channel. Anybody else I might have missed? Teresa D, Kelly S, Gail G. I said hi, Christina. So let's see now. Denise is messaging me and my mom. That happens every morning. What she's sending today? Oh, mom's. Oh, Denise and mom are doing that color thing where you do it on your iPad with the iPencil, and you can color on digital color book pages. So they're showing each other their pages. So I use golden matte medium as a glue. Now, when I go to glue just something simple down, like, just something simple like this, I can use a glue stick, or even like the little planet there, use Eileen's tacky glue. But when I want to do a full-on page and glue things down and paint on it and add more things to it, then I'm going to use my golden matte medium. And what you want to do, again, this is an old journal page. I'm going to reuse some, and I'm going to go through my old journal pages here and pick out some ones that we're going to use. But right now, I just want to kind of show you where we're heading. So you want to put down your matte medium on the base, on the back, and over the top. Okay, and then you're also going to want to take a card, a gift card or old credit card, and you're going to want to smash it all down, because especially if it's magazine pages or thin papers, they're going to wrinkle. They're going to buckle and wrinkle if you don't. I'll put some down here, I think, and I'll put some up here. All right, so now I'm just giving you a little sample here. Now I'm going to take a card, a gift card or iTunes card, whatever, and smash it all down really well. Now remember, this is an old art journal page. I don't even remember what we used. It could be something that could reconstitute. It could be inks. It could be sprays. It could be acrylic paint. It could be anything. So when you're doing this on top of old journal pages, you might be aware that you might be moving things around. You might be moving that orange around. In this case, it's all acrylic paint, I think. because it's not moving. But you got to be aware that whatever on your old pages, you might be moving things around from old, your old mediums. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take my heat gun. Let's just kind of set this up a little. Okay, this right here is not even glued down. This is left over from something. So let's go ahead and make sure everything's glued down here. So again, old journal pages. They're mine. I have 8 inches, 12 inches here of our old art journal pages that I'm not using. So we're going to do something with them. So if y'all have anything you want to ask, anything, put it in caps. Or Julie's here if you have questions. She can probably answer. Julie's been here as long as me. Julie was one of the first people. Julie and I Carry Love, Artistic Biker Blade, and Vicky BR. Those are the first people I met on Ustream 10 years ago. It's almost 10 years now. So Julie's been around forever. And then we moved over to YouTube about 6 years ago, I think. So, okay. So now what I want to do is, let me just kind of slide that medium over for a minute. And I do have some paint out here, but I don't know that I want these particular colors. So let me get a couple trays to use here. I was using these earlier, so my hands are all painty and a mess. All right, so now I'm going to take a palette knife. Am I zoomed in? Should I zoom in one more maybe? I want you to be able to see everything I'm doing, but I don't want to be too far away. That's good right there, I think. Don't you be calling me. You're like fine wine and sunshine, and sunshine never grow old. Yeah. So I'm going to start with some of the black. And a lot of times I'll just use my fingers and finger paint this in. But if you use a palette knife, look how the texture you get. So I'm going to just go ahead and put some black around the edges and, kind of here and there. Because y'all know I like to add stars and space and nebulas. But, you can add whatever colors you like. Because you're going to cut these up. They're going to get cut up. All right, so now I'm going to put this just kind of here and there. And then let's see what other colors do I want here. Maybe some of this maroon color. This is just leftover paint from what I was doing another project this morning. So I'm just going to try to use some of this up. All right, so I'm going to put that here, maybe a little more red. Don't know if I want any blue, but maybe some of this yellow here. This yellow ochre. Let's put a little of that. So we're using, and after I do this page, I'll show you some of the pages that we're going to play with. Let's get a little more of that out. Okay, so we're going to put some, and you're just kind of melding. You're just kind of melding all the pieces of paper and other paints and whatever else you have on the page. See, look at it already. I love it already. Oh yeah. Hi, Miss Vicky B. Miss Vicky B. I'm envious of that new chick. Is it chick or chick sparrow? Chick sparrow journal. She got a nice new leather journal, and I know she sleeps with it under her pillow. Don't tell me otherwise, Miss Vicky. I know you sleep with that because you want to smell that leather. I would be. Okay, so we're using old journal pages. If you're just joining us, I'm going to cut these down. All right. So first, now we've kind of incorporated just some fresh pieces of collage on there. Now I'm going to take my little bucket of stars, which I was using earlier too. Add a little more water. Let's get this soft brush. And I'm going to just, put some splatters on here. Then we're going to dry it and cut it up just so you can see the base that we can work with to turn into little worlds. Or you can just leave it like it is if that's all you want. But then you have a card to work with. a little Jackson Pollock thing going on here. You cuddled with it all night. I don't blame you. Oh my gosh. I could smell it I could smell that leather through the computer. All right, let's hit this with the heat gun. And take a minute to dry because the paint's kind of thick and the splatters are kind of thick. So we'll give it just a minute. And a lot of my pages are all different sizes. So you can use some of it for art cards. If there's little bits left over, you can save those little bits for other collages. But I thought that on this Friday, I would just cut down a lot of these pages. And you think you could cut down hundreds in a couple of hours, but you really, it takes longer than you think when you start, adding to them and drying them in between. From the other day with Jane. Oh, I know. That was fun. That was so nice that Jane Davenport popped in. I know. I have her book coming, the mermaid one. It was supposed to be here yesterday, and then I got a thing saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, we're not. Let's see the newest update. It was supposed to be here today or yesterday, and then I got a new note. Up says arriving out for delivery maybe it's coming in my mail. I might get it today. So it says arriving by 8, but my mail comes way before that. So yay, it's out for delivery. So this is the Jane. Let me get a bigger picture of it here. If I can make it. There we go. So this is the new Jane Davenport, her mermaid book that should be here today. If it comes today if we have mail while we're streaming, then we will show it. Otherwise, it'll be Monday. Hi, Lori. Let's see. Anybody else I missed? Okay, I think that's now some of these spots are still a little damp, but I think I can still cut it up. So I want to cut this one up, and we're going to go through some of the old journal pages to show what we're going to use today. All right, so I got my big cutter here. It's still a little damp, but I think we can work with it. So I'm going to want different sizes. I'm going to start with, let's do this size. I probably should let it dry a little bit more because I know I'm going to have to clean my blade. Okay, so I'm going to do, let's see how wide this is first. Can I get 2 out of it? No. So I'm going to do this 6 inches this way. So I want to first make some postcards. So I'm going to cut this down 6. Okay. And then another 6. And you can just do different sizes. And so I have this little piece here. This can be used for another collage because it's not big enough to make an art card out of. So now I'm going to turn them sideways and cut them down to 4 to make it postcard size. And then we'll have a little bit left over on the edge. So there's 4. 4. And then now I have this little piece left. Now I could also cut them down to 3 by 4. So let's see. That's 6. So let's go ahead and cut this down to 3 because I'll show you both sizes. Okay, so 3, and now I'm going to cut down. I like this edge. 3 by 4. So we're going to have some postcard size and some. I like this side better. You just kind of look it over, see what you like. Then if you have a little piece like this left over, that can go in your collage, your stack. Okay, so I'm going to do the same for this one. I'm going to cut these down 3 by 4. Let's see. I like this side. Okay, and then I have this little piece left over. So that'll go over here on the side. All right, so now what we've done, let's go ahead and move the cutter for a minute. So now we have these little art card sizes. We have 4 little, and they can be landscape or portrait size. So we have those, and then I have a couple of postcard size, and you can turn them over which way and see if you see a little world in there. I mean, just look at it for a second. Look at it for a second and just think about what you see in there. Do you see a forest? Do you see, that looks like a building to me. That looks like a building on almost like on a little hill far away. It reminds me of that architect. What's his name? The architect that has that building that hangs over the cliff. One of y'all remember his name. I can't think of it. He always wore a hat. Oh, what's his name? The architect that always wore the hat and had that white building. I think it's in California. Hangs over the edge of a building. Anyway, that's what that building, that's what this reminds me of. That's just what I saw in there. Lori said she saw a bench. Yeah, exactly, Kimberly. Little squares of goodies. So then what you do from this, yes, Frank Lloyd Wright. Thank you. Frank Lloyd Wright. So that's what that reminds me of. And then I see a couple of UFOs up here, like that one. And then I can do all kinds of things with it. You know, I like putting a watch or a clock or an element of time in here. I could put that in there. And maybe we'll get to that today where I can actually make some of these. But just to show you where they'll head, these are some of my finished ones, and I've already varnished them and everything. So here's some of the finished ones that I've done, little art cards. Just to kind of show you, you know, this is my theme and style. You can do whatever you like. You can do, this was a Halloween one we did. I'll just send that to Miss Vicky. She likes Halloween. Miss Vicky B. I'll just send her that one if she wants it. So these are just different little worlds that I've made out of art cards and painty backgrounds, right? So I keep these as sample. Most of the time I give them all away. So if you just take a minute and look at it and see what you see, and then this is just on thin paper. So you can, after you do this, you can, if you paint the background, if you paint the back a color, I usually paint them black so I can put some shooting stars on it when I sign it. But you can also mount them on a piece of black cardstock if you want, or any color. That's the color I usually put mine on. So let me just show you this here. So you can put them on a card. I'd put just border it like that. I'd trim that off. So you can, after you turn it into some kind of world, or you might just like it like this. You know, but here's the point. The point is to use your old art journal pages that are either sitting in a book or you've deconstructed a art journal and these are pages that you didn't do anything with. So now I can take these and just look at it for a minute. I mean, just look at and think about what you see in there. You see what I'm talking about? There's so much. This could be a whole little forest. It could be a world on another planet. It could be underwater. It could be a desert. You put a little camel on there. This could be a giant low-hanging moon, and you could have a camel, or even look, that looks like a little person right there. So you can turn these into little worlds. But you got to take a minute, look at it. Look, this looks like a little path going up to either a building. This could be a crashed boat. It could be, just look at them for a bit. This to me just reminds me of palm trees. So this could be like a little path up there, or this could be a full-on building with windows. See, there's a mountain back there, trees, put some stars in there. So, there's just so much. Let me just grab a pasta here. Where's my pasta here? I mean, I can just see this as a little palm tree here. Maybe there's a planet up there. Maybe these are going to be windows to some kind of a building there. So you can start playing with it, right? Well, you just gotta, don't, sometimes when we do this kind of thing, we look at it and we go, oh, that kind of looks like, but no, it can't be that. Well, why can't it be that? Okay, so and then again, this looks like a landscape here. This looks like a little forest, maybe on an island. Come across some building because these just remind me of palm trees there. But it could be, it could be a lot of things, and that just kind of looks like a tree because it looks like a tree trunk. That as well. But you could turn it over. You can do, look at it different ways. Now that to me, this looks like a teepee, like a Native American teepee right there now, because I turned it over and it has that triangle shape. This one kind of looks like mountains, a mountain range with shooting stars coming across. Hi, Janet. We're playing with old art journal pages, Janet. Get your old, if you don't know what to find ideas, now Janet's not having any problem finding iCAD ideas, but if you're working on iCADs, the index card a day, you take your old art journal pages and cut them up to use as a base for your index card a day projects. Cut them up. All right, so here again, we have these are the 4x6 ones. So, this one, like I said, I think that kind of reminded me of the Frank Lloyd Wright building hanging off the cliff right there. So, all right, so there's just the first one that we've done using an old art journal page. And then we had this stuff left over. These were our leftover pieces that we could use in another collage. Because look at this one right here. That looks like little mountains. This could be a door. I mean, just, but we're using them. So if you have old art journal pages, you don't know what to do with them, turn them into your iCads. And if y'all don't know what that is, that's an index card a day. And it's 2 months. I think it's June and July. I'm not participating in it, but if you are and you get, I don't know what to do. I don't know what kind of background, cut up an old art journal page. Even if you just cut up one. So again, most of this stack right here, these have been painty pages that are just, we've done backgrounds for. We're going to probably get into these as well. Also, I have a whole stack here of notebook paper. Now, one of the benefits of using notebook paper, these are Smack and Dragons, which a Smack and Dragon page is where you take, I could do it on wax paper. It's where you take a spray ink. Let me just do one of those for you. Let's see here. You just take, and this one's almost empty, so I might have to pour it. But you can take either spray inks or you can take acrylic inks in the bottle. Now this one's not going to spray because it's not enough in there, but you just put a little bit out. I'm just going to do a little. And usually I don't do this on wax paper. I do it on a, some kind of a plastic surface, a non-porous surface. And then here's a little green. This doesn't want to come out either. These are quite old. And now these will reconstitute if you get them wet again. These are not permanent. These are the dilutions, ink sprays. These are quite old. Then you just take a little bit of water, kind of spray it down a little, and then Smack and Dragon is, let me just get a piece of paper here. It's already got some on it, but you take a piece of paper and you go smack and you drag. So you smack and drag. And so I call it Smack and Dragon. Now I'm going to have to set this piece of wax paper aside because it's got the ink on it. But that's Smack and Dragon. And again, you can see how you can use these in the same process that we're using now. All right, so let's put this one to the side somewhere. Let me get another piece of wax paper. And now we're going to go through some of the old art journal pages. These are, and we might go through these too, but these are not actually out of a journal. These were pages that we use. Well, I don't even know what that's in there for, but that's okay. These are from my driveway art, which I pulled those back in the day. Oh, here's another driveway art. Oh, I got a few pages of driveway art. But these were like, this was jelly plated. These were some jelly plate papers. So the same thing. Okay. Hi, Kenneth. These were some jelly plated papers. There's just all kinds of things in here, but these weren't actually in a journal, right? Jelly plate, but we can do the same things with them, and we will. I don't know how many we'll have time for, but that's just these small ones that we've done jelly plating or smack and dragon with. That's what this stack is. But I want to kind of get to this stack. This stack right here, I pulled off the shelf, and I've got tons more. I've got so many journals and deconstructed journals. And what I've done is over the years, taken journals apart, and they've been different projects. I can't even tell you what kind of projects they've all been. This is an angel from a Christmas card. But let's just say I like this side. I like these colors better than this colors. I like these two, and maybe after I cut them up, some of this may emerge. But what I want to do is just, if you look at this and you don't think it has enough stuff on it, get you a piece of some more collage papers, and you can cut and add a few more things if you just think, yeah, I just don't even like this. But remember when you do this, remember when you your deconstructed art journal pages, remember that you might have used watercolor on this, you might have used dilutions, you might have used dilution sprays, and that stuff could move. So just be aware that you might be reconstituting some old product on these pages. All right, so slap some stuff down. And where's my card here? And then, smash it all down with the card to make sure you don't have a bunch of wrinkles. Now, this already has some wrinkles in it. That's okay. That'll give me some texture on my art card. But I'm just going to kind of smash that down. Now I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. We'll do this one, and then we're going to go through. We're going to just look through these and pick out some that I want to use. Hi, anybody coming in that I've missed? Cindy. I said hi to Lori. Hi, Zane. I said hi to Carrie. Hi, Mama Four. Anybody else I missed? We're going through and using old art journal pages and turning them into art cards and postcards or iCads. I just want to get it a little bit so that my matte medium is set a little. This doesn't have to be 100% dry at this stage because I'm going in with paint. All right, so now I'm going to get I have these colors. I'm going to probably end up getting some more colors out. Where's my, all right, let me dig around for I don't know where I did with my, here we go, palette knife. All right, so, and I am on some wax paper, so I don't make too big of a mess on my desk. All right, so now I'm just going to go in here with some paint and just add some more. Here's some, I like, me, I like black because I end up doing a lot of outer space, but you can use lots of colors. So here's some, I'm going to add some black, maybe some yellow ochre in here, and I'm just kind of just skimming it. I'm just kind of skimming over it. Because remember, you're going to cut all this up. Now, she'll probably get cut up too. I'm trying not to cut her like this so we can, maybe still use a piece of that. Here's some red. Let's put a little bit of red in here. And, just go in here with lots of colors. Whatever colors are in the piece, or if you want to add other colors. So I'm just going to add color around here. Okay. Again, Jackson Pollock-esque. All right, now I'm going to get my little bucket of stars. Add a little bit more water because this dries quick. Now, where's my little brush that I was using? Here we go. Okay. Tap some of this off. And you don't have to do this. You don't have to put splatters or drips. You could put splatters or drips or not at all. I just want it to have a lot of different textures and options. So when we cut this up, we have lots of options. See, isn't that cool looking already? And this is the kind of thing we end up usually putting in our art journal, and then we don't do anything with it. We're going to make cards with them all. All right, so let's dry this now, and I'll look at chat for a minute. I want to try to get it as dry as I can because I'm going to put it in my cutter. And I am expecting my Jane Davenport mermaid book in the mail today. I also ordered a couple other books that'll be here next week. If y'all have any questions or anything, put it in caps. Okay, everything's pretty dry except some of the splots. So I'm going to roll with it. Let me dry this yellow down here at the bottom a little better. Because when you're scraping paint on with a palette knife, it's pretty thick. And so it can take a minute to dry. All right, so let me get my cutter back out. Still here. Everything okay in chat? I mean, we're still moving, right? All right. So again, we can make some 4x6 postcards, and we could do some 3x4 art cards. Okay, so it's 10 inches wide. So I could get 2 postcards going this way. So let's see. Maybe I'll go. Let's see. Let's do 4. No, let's do 6 and then cut it down. It's kind of the same way. Okay, so there's 6. And the same thing I'm going to do with this so I can keep some of my angel there. So there's 6. All right, so now already at the end, I've got this piece to use. Hi, Melinda. I've got this piece to use in my other little leftover. I have my little leftover piece, stack here. Okay, so all right, now let's see. Now I want to make sure I keep her. So if I go to 4, let's see if there we go. So there we go. So now I have this card to use as a postcard. All right. And then this, do I want, let's see, I could get 2 out of this, I think. So do I have 4 in? Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and do 3. No, let's see. Which way do I want to do this? 4 this way. Let's do it this way. 4, and then 3. And you can just kind of look at it and see what areas you like the best. Another 3. So if you think it's going to make a better postcard, is it going to make, is it going to make a better art card size, or whichever you want. And then now you have a little card to build a world into, or you can leave it like this, or you can use some of the pieces for another collage. Okay, so again, I might like this one this way. I might like it this way. That looks like a cherry blossom tree to me. Cherry blossom tree in there. And then I didn't want to cut my angel up, so I kept her all in one size. And then let's see what we got here. So again, this is 6, so let's go ahead and cut this down. I'm going to cut this to 4, and then I'm going to cut 2 out of this one. So I get 2. So you can either cut a 4x6 postcard. A 4x6 postcard will make 2 3x4 art cards out of it, right? So now look, I see a little person in there. Maybe, look, I see a little mom. There's a mom right there holding the hand of her child right there. Palm tree right here. And then there's the mom. And see that little line right there? It's her hand holding holding down here to the little child. And yeah, so I just see little worlds in there. And this one, look, that look like waterfalls. Here's a waterfall far away. Here it is coming closer. This could be a little lake down in here. Hills. Look, there's a little hut or a little house up on that hill. Here's a waterfall, water, a cave. a cave with the water kind of coming around it like that. Okay, so I see everybody sees different things in it. Like you see something different. And so that's what you want to do is you want to I'm just thinking now here. I think I want this one to be, let me see. Because I see a couple different areas that I really like. Let's go with the 4. Okay, so now this could be a postcard like this, but I'm going to cut it into 2 cards, 2 art cards. And you can cut them into your iCads, your index card a day. And so now you have, and look, the back side of this, remember, I like the back side too, but I went with this side. All right, so I'm just kind of looking at them. I'm seeing all the little things in these. And again, if you're just joining us, here's some samples of how you can turn little cards into different little worlds. And that was a Halloween one. So by using your old art journal pages, you're repurposing all that old stuff that you're never going to use for anything else. Okay. All right. So let's move this again. And now I want to kind of go through some of the old art journal pages here. And again, these are like 11 by 14. I don't even know what all sizes are in here. This was a jelly plated paper page. This was a jelly plated paper. Look, I got this stuck on the back. Because this wasn't a journal. So if I want to use this now, I'll just take that off. And now I can repurpose this, right? So again, some of these are stuck in old journals. So I can add some more collage to this or just cut this up. But that's what I want to do here is I want to reuse. I don't even know. I might have just stuck this on this page while this was drying. This is while that was drying, I might have had it sitting on this paper. So we have this. Now here's one that's kind of a little bit further like the stage we're doing now. Hi, Judy. Oh, thank you. You feel happy? Good. So this is kind of like what the stage that we're at now, but we could either add some more collage to this, or at least we can add some more paint to it. Let me get a little more paint out here. Maybe a little more orange, red, and a little more orange. And I'll set this aside to dry while we continue on. Let's see, I need some orange. Okay, so I'm going to just add a little bit more in here. It just needs more. And some more black around the edges, maybe. And I don't care if it gets on the next one because we're going to cut as many of these as we possibly can, so that they're not just sitting on the shelf, because that's what they're doing right now. They're sitting on a shelf and not getting used. All right, so there's that. Maybe a little more black up here. Okay, maybe a little of this blue gray, a little more of that. Maybe a little maroon color in there. Give it a little more depth. So I'm just scraping on with the palette knife. Okay, just scrape. And again, you could add more collage elements. You could, add some more color, some different color. These are just things out of magazines, or it could be your deli papers. Use your deli papers to add more to this. Okay, now I'm going to take my bucket of stars again. Where's my little brush? And I'll set this aside to dry a little bit while we move on. And then we'll cut this one up too. But I just want to kind of show you, you can just take whatever. Don't overthink it too much. Just kind of roll with it. Pretend you're Jackson Pollock. And then after you cut them up, you're going to see little worlds in there that you can now go in here with your your Poscas, your paint pens, your, whatever, just paint. And you can go in here and turn these into little worlds. Add some more buildings to it. Add a watcher clock. I like to do that because I like an element of time. Paint waterfalls, paint clouds, paint mist, and turn them into little worlds. Okay, baby. No cat on the paint. No cat on the paint. No, you're gonna have to move away from the paint. Back away from the paint. Okay. This was something we did as a sample for something. Again, we do so many half projects here, demos, excuse me. We do so many demos here that, I can't remember them all that we've done over 10 years. But I can probably guarantee you most of this was done on a stream. I can almost guarantee you most of this was done on a stream. This was probably somebody asked, and we probably did this in 1 minute. And I'm not joking. We probably did this in like maybe 2 minutes. And but I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to use it. We can add some more paint to it. Let's see. Let's put some blue on top of that black. Maybe a little yellow ochre. Let's put some paint in here. Put maybe a little bit of red. Just put in some paint. And again, we could take some papers and glue them on. Right now, I'm just kind of trying to go through them kind of quick, just so we have something to cut up here as soon as they set up a little bit. Okay. All right, so there we go. I'm gonna roll with that. Let's go ahead and throw on some I need to wet that down just a little more. It dries real quick here. Let's add a little splatter. It doesn't have to be white. It can be another color. You can add splatters. I wouldn't suggest red splatters. It just doesn't fly usually. All right, so but do what you want. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to maybe do something with that here in a little bit. Or I can stop and hit it with the heat gun. Okay, so here's one that we did. I have no idea. We just glued some stuff down. I'm going to kind of go through them first, and then we'll decide which ones we want to cut up. Hi, Judy O. Anybody else popping in? So you can see this is very easily look, there's a blue flower right there. This one could easily, look, this page right here, cut this up and glue it all over here. I might just set that aside so that we could do that one. I just kind of want to go through them. Here's this is another deli paper something. Here's where we did a deli paper and we turned it into a little ocean. So, we did this with some stencils, and then I just did a little boat right there. So, because it just looked like I might keep this one. I don't know. Does it come off of here? I think it will. Look, it's just out of a piece of notebook paper. It's just on a piece of notebook paper that we deli plated, jelly plated. Sometimes with deli paper, but this is a jelly plated piece with on notebook paper. All right, so now we have this side to play with. And again, all kinds of little bits of collage. Some of these are just, I just attached them into a journal. And if we can tear them out, we can add more stuff to them. So I can use both sides like this. I love these colors. So right here, it looks like we're in a stack of jelly plating. So if you have all these papers like this that you've jelly plated, let's use them for your iCads, your index card a day, or art journal. I'm just going to try to take them all off here. If I can't, I think they're just stuck on here with a glue stick. I think I just put them in a journal with a glue stick. So they're coming off pretty easily. And then we can use these big sheets for something else. So again, these are all it's jelly plated, and it's just on notebook paper. Okay. Hi, Joyce. So yeah, we'll use these. These I can't even tell you how many years old. Stencils. And Jean probably had to talk me through how to do those. Okay, so then this is out of another journal, and it's another collage. This will be one we're gonna pick to repurpose for sure, and it's on a heavier piece of maybe Canson mixed media paper. Here's a woman, she's feeding a bird. I'm going to set that one aside to use. And again, here's where we did a magazine face paint over. We only did one or two of these because I don't do this, but somebody asked me to do it. So this is a magazine face out of a magazine, and we painted over the face. That's what that is. But I really like that back page to cut up. So I don't know. I won't cut her up. People will get freaked out if I cut her up, but that's what this is. This was a magazine paint over demo. Okay, so here some more. This is on a piece of scrapbook paper. We'll do something and cut that one up again. These are all. This one's from 2011. I actually signed that one, but we got to do something with these. Some of these are quite old. Out of old art journal pages, and they would be awesome when we cut them up. I'm telling you, we're going to cut these up. I'm setting aside the ones we're going to cut up. Here's another one. Now this one is kind of thick because we did texture. We did some texture paste on this one. So yeah, but this is another. You can kind of see metallic. We played with metallic on here. Hi, Curly. Anybody else? We're going through old art journal pages. Probably, most of these are probably from 2011. And seeing if we can repurpose them into art cards. Let's see. I don't want to cut her up, so we'll move that. Again, more partial collages. We're gonna cut this stuff. We're gonna paint on it. We're gonna cut this stuff up and turn them into art cards. This is a good one to turn into art card. Another one to turn into art cards. All these can get turned into art cards. We're rolling with those for sure. See, look at all this. Look at all this stuff that's been sitting on my shelf. We're gonna cut this stuff up. This is from 2011, 2011, 2011. And we did demos with this stuff for something, for something, but I don't remember. This is some kind of a multi-journal page, flip out, flop something. We'll save that for later if we need more. Here's where we did a little owls and just that was an envelope. This was when we have painted on envelopes to send out. This was a smack and dragon. Again, that's where we spray the ink down on a non-porous surface, take our envelope, smack and drag, and then we took whatever we saw in the envelope. Here's the back of it. Whatever we saw in there and turned it into something. In this case, it was an animal. Hi, Hot. We're going through old art journal pages from 2011 and 12 probably. This was another envelope. And we're going to cut these up and turn them into art cards. So if y'all miss, here's a few that we did already, where we're going to take these and then we turn them into little worlds. I mean, if you just look at it for a minute, you can see all kinds of little worlds in these, right? You can see, I can anyway. I can see little worlds in these. And so then what you do, now this one happened to have an old Christmas card on it. So I saved the angel. But we'll turn them into little worlds like these. So these are some of and I keep showing these because they're the ones that I usually give them all away. So I don't have too many. I don't have too many that I keep for samples. But these are my little art cards, and they're 3x4. And so you can take all these old journaling pages, add some more stuff to them, repaint them, repurpose them. Here's one that we did, another envelope that has a frog on it. What else is in here? This looked like it was probably a double page spread. Again, so what I could do with this is, smacking, this is a big envelope, is I could save the frog here. Let's tear the little frog off. And then I can reuse these pages. This is another envelope. And we can repurpose this stuff. Repurpose this stuff. This. More old journal pages. So we're going to cut all this up. Oh, this was a file folder. File folder. That was kind of a lot of work to take apart. We did a little horse. Here is one of our, this one's from 2012. We did our little cartoon animals there. I don't even remember all the projects. Here's one. Let's see. Some of y'all that were back on our Ustream days will understand what this means. I will be starting your drawing show. Oh, you're going to start tonight? All right. So Comic Book Hut's going to start he got him a webcam. And so now he's going to start his drawing show starting tonight. So y'all go follow the Comic Book Hut and hit the bell so you know when he goes live. And look forward to that. I'll try to make it live, Hut. I'll try to make it live. And if y'all remember Ustream, we always had problems with Ustream. Those are kind of on folders. Those are a little hard to see. Look, here's another one. If I take it apart, let's see if I can cut some of these down because I want to use these. Let's take that off. Like this. I love this. We'll use this one for sure. This one too, as long as it's not, yeah, I've got to take the folders off of here so we can cut them up. we're gonna repurpose this stuff. Happy to hear that, Hut. Here's some more old collages. We're going to cut these down into art cards. These have all been sitting on my shelf. Here's another one with a folder and a flap or an envelope. We can take this apart and reuse it. Oh, I like this one. This one will need to really, I really like this one. I really like this as a collage. Hey, baby. Hey there. All right, say hi for a minute. Yes, Ustream definitely had its share of PETA moments. If y'all don't know what that is, pain in, yeah, figure it out. PETA. We had our PETA moments, didn't we, Julie, on Ustream? So, yeah, so we're going to cut these out. Baby, you cannot get in the paint. You can't. Mama doesn't want your little paws to leave little prints in the carpet. Hi, Nanamo. Taking a cat moment here. Let's see. Bed of Dust. Hi, Bed of Dust. That sounds. I could write a story about Bed of Dust. That's a good name. I could write a story about that. Let's see. CB. Yeah, a Nancy. So we're using up our old art journal pages that have been sitting on a shelf, repurposing them. And even if let's just try for this one for a minute. Let's not put any paint or anything on it and just cut this one up just so you can see. You don't even have to add more paint and collage if you don't want to. You can just cut it up as it is. But I have to take a moment to pet my cat. You're eyeballing that. You think that's food or something? No. All right, you're gonna have to move over, baby. You're gonna get in you're getting in the matte medium now. There you go. So let's just take one here just to cut up, just so we can. And there's wet paint all over the, what I've cut up on the floor. So let's take this one. I'm right on top of my stack of stuff. Let's see if we can cut this up. I really like this. So let's cut this into maybe some postcards. And again, if you like this section, then keep this section. And then you can always trim it down. So let's make this 6. And now I can make these into 4s. Let's see, let's cut a little bit off this edge. And then make this into a 4. make this into a 4. So look, isn't that cool, guys? Then you got a little piece left over. Now I won't save this because I got too much this size that I don't need to leave in littler ones. All right, so now let's go with this. Let's see here. And I'm just kind of looking it over. If you see an area you like, then try to save that area. Is that 6 inches there? Let's see. Let's trim this down here. Let's trim this down to 6. And now I can trim this down to 4. Another one down to 4. And then I have this little piece. It actually could make a, this would probably make a card. Let's trim this one down. 3 by 4 here. So I'm cutting everything down to either 4 by 6 or 3 by 4. And then anything that's left over has its own little pile. And usually when I do these kind of shows and I've done these lots of times, it's just been a while since we've done one. I give away a lot of the offcuts. Well, I actually give away the cards too, but so I'll probably do a giveaway here. So look at this though. I'm loving this set. I'm loving this set. I just see so much in these. And then, so these are 4 by 6. It can go any way you want. And just kind of take a minute to look at them. And you can turn these into little worlds by adding one little collage element. You know, all those collage things that we, in the books and sticker books and all that, take one little element. Let's see if I can, let me pile this up. Let's do an example. I'm going to pick this book here, a couple things. And again, if you do iCads, index cards a day, I'm just going to pick something random like, okay, here we go. I'm not going to find some scissors. My desk is completely full. Just to give you a little example. Oh, I tore it. Well, I can't use that one now. Let's see. Let's use this one down here. I'll get ahead of myself. I got to get smaller scissors. I can't trim this out with. All right, so. All right, let's move this off of here for a minute. Oh my gosh, they're bringing me all their toys again. They want my attention. Hang on, let me cut one of these little elements out just so you can see how you can repurpose all these art journal pages that we have. I have stacks of this, guys. Stacks and stacks from the last 10 years. These are just the ones that are torn out of journals. That I've deconstructed journals. These are just the deconstructed ones. These aren't even the ones that are in journals, that I could deconstruct those as well. So, yeah. Let me just cut this one little thing out here, and then we'll show you. And it doesn't have to be out of a collage book or a sticker book. It can be out of a magazine or anything. Maybe over here, like a little road. So you can just play, you can play with these little cards. You can play with these little cards with just an element or two. I could go down here and paint some more out. You don't have to feel like you have to leave it like this. All right, here, let me just do an example. Because we do our rabbit trails here. Let me get a brush. Not, it's too big here. Let's see. This one's a good size. I'll just show you here. Okay, now I'm going to hit it with the heat gun. Oh my gosh. And actually, wait a minute. Now I kind of got that wet. Now, wait. Now we got to go. We got to roll with this now. So now I got to do something else here. Hang on. Hang on. Let's fix that there. Okay. There we go. I like it. Although the lines in my road are a little crooked. Just think Marty McFly. Just think Marty McFly, right? Night, Carrie. Sleep well. All right, so let's put that aside. Okay, so now we're going to keep moving on. Let me clean out my brush. I mean, my table is completely, look, I'm going to move the camera. Look at this, guys. All right, so we're starting here. This is where the computer is over there. Now look at my desk. Oh. Okay, so this is in a file folder, so this can come off. Let's see, that maybe I'll keep this little bit right here. So I'll keep this little bit for a collage, but this can go. This can go. All right. All right, so now we can cut this up. Where's my cutter? What do I do with it? Oh, there it is behind me. Hi, Gail. Oh, all right. So let's cut this file folder up. I like this door, but I could cut this edge off here. Let's go ahead and cut this. So if you're just joining us, we are repurposing. How wide is that? Is it enough for 2 in there? 2 4s. I could get 2 4s out of here. So, and then let's see, do I want a little bit of that bottom there? So I probably will go right about there. And then this one, is that a 4x6 as well? I think I gotta, no, I'll have to cut this one down to a 3x4. So let's, or I can get maybe 2. No. Let's go with the 3. I'm just kind of playing around with what I can cut down because I'm either going with 3x4 or 4x6. That's where I'm heading. And then this is just a little extra. So if it's just a little bit of extra, that goes in the leftover pile. Okay, so that's 4 there. So this can get cut down to 6, 4x6. And then this one can get down to 2 3s. So those are 3. No, just 1, I think. Yeah, that'll be a leftover. Okay, so now we got this little stack. So I'm trying to keep them separate in size. All right, so let's see. Let's cut down these horses. Well, you know what? We could, I think I want to add some more collaging to this or some paint. So let's keep looking through the stack. Let's keep looking through the stack for a minute. Otherwise, I stop and then I complete cards. You know, then I want to work on every single card. Okay, so here, I think I'd like to cut this one up. That's dilution, so that will move again. Here's this is another little card. This is one of our little drawings on an envelope. This was from 2012. one of our little animal drawings on an envelope. We'll set that aside. But this, oh, here we go. This can be used. Let's just keep going through here. Oh, I like these colors. I think I'll use that side, this side to cut up, this side to cut up. Another folder. We just must have done a whole art journal with folders attached. Because we got a lot of them. This can be cut up. This can be cut up. Is that another folder? Yeah, that's another. Oh, look, there's a little squirrel in here. What did we do with this? What was this? Oh, it's a little biker squirrel. Look, we made a little biker squirrel. He's got on a sock monkey hat. Little. Look. Oh my gosh, because I have one of these. I have one of these sock monkey winter caps. And looks, we made a little squirrel out of it. All right, we'll set him aside. We won't cut up the squirrel. Okay, here's another piece of a tip-in. Another tip-in. I like this. We'll cut this up. I'm just going through the stack before we start doing anything else. This could go either way. I like both sides, but this has got some pretty colors. Look at all this that we have. This was, we did a leap year. This was a leap year folder. But I like this. This right here. This, what's on the other side? Yeah, we'll cut this up. We'll add paint. We're going to add paint and collage. Here's a little hand reaching out of space. I like this side. I'm trying to pick a side to cut because we're going to cut these down. Another folder. Another envelope. What's on this side? Another folder. So we're going to cut as many down as we possibly can because, they're just sitting there. We might as well, this had pears on it, stencils and pears. I like the colors on this one, so we'll keep that. This one was actually out of a collage journal. In dreams begins responsibility. We can cut her up. Here's some bees and beehives. I think it goes this way. We'll cut that up. Here's just this one we actually have shiny on. I don't know why. Here's where we did some little drawing of a puffin, not finished. A half of a face, not finished. We could probably cut her eyes, cut her down. What else do we have here? I haven't looked through these in a long time myself, guys. I have not looked at these in a long time. Let's see. What's this? Is this a folder? Yeah. This is some kind of a folded something. Again. Oh, this one's not even glued down yet. Look, this isn't still collage. This isn't collage half done. So here's another bird. Julie probably remembers some of these when we've worked on them. And again, guys, most of these are probably demos. We want to see, well, how can we combine this? What kind of colors? Who knows what we were trying to do? I don't know. It's another folder. But we're going to turn them into art cards. Now, this one I actually thought, here's a couple that are finished at the time. These are from 2011. Now, these are collages that I did and actually posted them. These I did for on Ustream when we had a little, it had a little, it's not a flip through, but at the beginning of Ustream, it would do a little, I don't know, there's a name for it, but it would have a little slideshow. It would have a little slideshow, and I needed something for a slideshow. So some of these are from a slideshow. Look, there's an arm. it's like inspiration coming down into the writer and turning the crank for the inspiration. I'll keep that. I'll keep that one. Same. This was something too at one time. Let's see. There we go. I think these are all upside down. Well, no, I guess they're not. Here's another one. Again, this could be. This was from 2011. This one. Some of them I actually named, but these were in my slideshow. These were in my Ustream slideshow, so that's why these are all together. That's why these are all together. Frontier. There's another woman with feeding a bird or touching a bird. So I'll probably think about these. This one right here, and it goes this way. This one I did for, y'all remember, what was the little girl? She was like 12 or 13 at the time. She was in our Ustream group, and she has some kind of a challenge. I did this little poster for her challenge. I can't think of her name right now. I don't know if Julie would remember her, but I did this for a challenge. Here's another one I did from 2011. These were posted on my slideshow. I really like this one too. Jelly bean. Yeah, jelly bean. Jelly bean. Now I had done that one for a jelly bean, what do you call it, a challenge. These are from 2011. Same for this. All these are from 2011. This one, yeah, I could cut this one up. That's not really even finished. But yeah. Same for this one. This one I like this. I call this one the optometrists. So yeah. then now we're back into like partially done stuff here. We'll cut these up. We're going to add some collage to these and cut these up. This is on a full-on big sheet of paper here. Let's tear that down so we can cut that up. I'll use these blank papers for scratch paper. So this one is the same. This is a big one too. I have some little owl. We did something with the owl and the blue jay. Oh, another lemur. This is a cutout from the silhouette. This is on a piece of card. We're working on something out of the cameo silhouette with this compass rose. I don't remember what. Same thing for this. We were painting in something. And I really love this. This was another one of our take a magazine image and do something with it challenge or whatever. I really like her. I just think I added some, I made her hair more static electricity and painted her into the background. I really love this one. This one, I don't know. The same for these. These again, guys, these are all just pieces of different journals. Let's see. I kind of like these colors, but I like her. And maybe I'll keep that one. This can get cut out. They're not really sticking because it's not Mod Podges. They've been smacked on top of they've been sitting on top of a shelf with books on them and stuff like that. So she would be pretty to cut out, but I really like this. Like this side. We're going to cut all these down. Oh, that's a pretty piece of paper right there. I like that, but I like this too. Another shell. Some little lettering. Here's a peacock. Another one of our animal. Oh, this was my sample. This was my sample for my big one. The big one I did. Maybe I should keep that because it's my sample. This was another art journal page where we did lettering. Another start of something. And then of course, this is my favorite advertisement of all time. This is, and it's kind of splotchy with stars, but this is the ad. You can't see it right here. Oh, there it is. So this is the ad that Hubster showed Boo one time when she was probably about, I don't know, 5 or 6. When Boo was about 5 or 6, said, "Your Nana loves this." It was before it was in a journal. Your Nana loves this, and and Boo at 4, 5, or 6, I don't remember. She went, Louis Vuitton. This is a Sean Connery did a Louis Vuitton ad, and that's what Boo thought that I meant. Oh, and I love this page too. There's a little story to go to this one. So I'll keep that because of Sean. Here's what is this? Some kind of a, I think somebody sent me this. Somebody sent me this. I don't remember who, but look, it's got some kind of like a glue stick. It's got a glue stick on there. I don't remember who sent me this, but I turned it into a folder. So I'll keep that as a folder, I think. What else do we have in here? We have a little painting here we did. This is, no, you know what? I think me and Ben worked on that together. This is some Ben stuff. Well, this isn't. This is a Ben. I think Ben and I worked on a couple things together. So some of this Ben and I did together. So I should probably keep that. We did a couple. That's why it was in this folder. That's a Ben folder. And then we have different scrapbook papers that we've just done stuff on. Oh, this was a cover. Oh, you know what I have? You know what I need to pull out? My old, because this was the cover. The old napkin journal. Where's the rest of it? This is from the old original 12 by 12 napkin journal. What did I do with that baby? I'm looking around my room thinking, where's that 12 by 12? Is it up there on the shelf? This is from the napkin journal. This is just scrapbook papers that I don't know what. But that's what this is from. I wonder what happened to it, because this was the cover I made for it. I'm going to have to dig around and find my, 12 by 12 napkin journal. I'm looking around. Maybe might be down there on that shelf. I will set this aside so we can dig that out. Yeah, I forgot about that. Here's some more different collages that we did on the show. That one, this one. These were finished at the time. These are from 2012. These are from 2012. I don't really care for this one. I'll cut that one up. Same for this. This is, and again, this is on one of those big sheets of paper. I'll cut these up. I don't really care for these. All right. So now we got all kinds of stuff to cut up. I don't even know that we're going to get to these right here. This stack, again, this stack is jelly plated papers, and smack and drag, different jelly plated. Look, all these, they're mixed in. Some are jelly plates, some are smack and drag. But I don't think we're going to get to these today because I want to do something with these big sheets. So let's put this one aside for now. I have a big mess to clean up after we're done. Thank goodness it's Friday. Okay, so this right here, I think I'm just going to throw some splatters on this and cut it up. Now I've got to find all my stuff here again. Let's add a little more water. This dries out. I don't even think this is the brush I was using for this, but we're going to splatter it. And we're going to cut this up. This will have a lot of possibilities for new worlds. New world building on this one. This one's going to have a lot of possibilities. I'm not even going to add any extra paint to this one. All right, let me clean my brush here. Let's dry it. Are we still connected and doing okay, guys? So it's Impromptu Friday. This one was from 2013. I know, but I don't know where that napkin journal is. I'm looking around. It's a 12 by 12, so it has to be. I'm looking up there. That's a different journal. I'm telling you guys, I got, look, where's my phone? I'm going to show you real quick where I took this down from. I'm going to go up here. I'm going to do a quick little video just so you can see this. Hang on. All right, hang on. Take 1 minute. Some of y'all, I've done this before, but let's do this here, video. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so we're going to go. All right, so here's where we're sitting, right here. Camera hanging here off of a yardstick. Okay, so now up on these top shelves, this is all old journal stuff up there. And this up here is where I took down this stack that I'm using now. But if you come over here, all these are old journals. These are all old journals here that we've done over the years, including double stacks of them up here. So we have plenty of stuff to use for journal fodder. Okay, let me just show you this real quick. It's easier than trying to take my camera off the stick. It's easier than trying to take the camera off the stick and show you. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Wait, let's start this over here. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on.
So now up on these top shelves.
Let's start this.
This is all.
Oh, wait. Come on. I want to start over. Hang on, guys. All right. Let's see if I can do this. Why is now the sound not here? I had the sound a second ago. All right. So up here on the shelf there. All right. So now I'm showing you on the top of my shelf up there. It's all journals up there at the top. I'm pointing. I don't know why the volume went away. So then we're going to go over to the other side over here. Journals. All that right there. All best. So we're not going to run out of journals and journal fodder. All that right there. Plenty of journal stuff to use. Oh, well, let's try this. It's still not, I splattered it, so. So I'm not sure where the 12 by 12 old nat. Oh, that's not even all of them. Hang on, I want to take, okay, all right, hang on. The other side of the room. Hang on, let me do another camera video. Okay. Okay, so down here, there is some of my portfolios, abandoned books. Here are journals and color books. That's mostly color books there, but look, all this up here, journals, 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 journals. Okay, so let's see if I show you that. Let's see if I can get to that one. Okay, here we go. So I'm just showing you different things. Those are color books. Now look, up here at the top, all that's journals. More journals at the top. That's just one side of the room. Okay, so let's see. Can I cut? No, I need to still dry. Hang on. We've done a lot of stuff in 10 years, guys. All right, so some of these are not quite dry yet. And then I got this edge here. Let me cut this off. Where's my bigger scissors? Let's cut this where I tore this off the book here. Let's trim that off so I can get it in the cutter. All right. All right, so now let's see if we can cut this down to a few postcards. Do I want them? I think I want them this way. So let's cut this down to 4. Let's cut this down to 4s. And then we'll make them 6. So we'll cut these down to postcard size. All right, so now, and some of this is still wet. Now I'm going to look through here and see, because I think I can get 2 out of this. Let's see how wide this is. Is it 12? No, I can get 1 postcard and 1, or maybe 1, yeah, 1 3x4. So here's a 6. So we'll go here. All right, so there's 1 postcard. Okay. Hi, Julia. And then we'll get 1 card out of here. And then I have a little bit scrap left. So I've got a postcard and an art card out of that. Let's go set them somewhere. All right, so let's take the next one. Decide which way I like it. I think I want this one right here. Let's trim just a little bit off that edge. Okay, now let's cut this down. 6. I like this side better. So let's go the 3 on this one. Then I got a little scrap left. Now I've got 2 cards here. The dots are still, the splatter's still wet, so I don't want to pile them up too much. Okay, let's see. Let's trim that a little bit off. And let's see, 6. And then I like this section right here. So let's cut that down. I want to keep that right there. So let's go right there and right there. So now I got these 2. And see, then I can turn these into little worlds like these, with just a little bit more collage and a little bit more paint. That's what these will end up being. Okay, so, all right, so let's see. I got 1 more here. I'm setting them on top of each other, but I want to smear them. Okay, let's see. This one, let's trim that edge. 4x6. And then this area, what part do I like? Is 4, right? A little bit. And then I like this area kind of right there in the middle. So I'm going to keep this area right there. So now I got 2 more cards, and cut this all down from those from that journal page that was sitting on a shelf not being used. Now we can paint these in and make them little worlds. So here's the 4. These makes everything look so well. You know, I can do it kind of fast because I've done it so long. It's not anything really hard to do. I'll tell you what it is, guys. It's you just can't be afraid. Most people think they can't do it because they're scared. They're scared to cut down an old. It's like it's just pay. So what if it doesn't turn out? Throw it away. Don't be afraid to. Don't be afraid to try things. All right. So now let's move this again. Set that over there. All right, let's see, which one I want to pick something that's just really speaking to me. Like, oh, look at this one. Let's go with something let's pick a couple of brighter ones. Let's do a few brighter ones, because y'all know I like the dark. I like the dark elements. But let's go with these 3. We're going to go with these 3 and cut these down. See, it takes a while. That's why we have gone through this back. We've gone through this stack a few times over the years, but we only get so much done because you see, it takes a minute. I mean, we do it pretty quick, but it's still, it can still take a minute. All right, so now I'm going to get out a couple new colors. I've been using these colors, although I can still probably use that red and the white. I don't want to use those muted colors right now. Well, I'll probably use the black, but add a little bit of edge. But let's go ahead and let's get out some brighter blue and some hot pink. Let's see here. Let's get out this razzleberry. And this is all dry. This is dry here. Let's get out some razzleberry and some of this brighter blue. I think that one's not been open yet. Let me get one that's open. No, this one hasn't been open either. Desert turquoise. Let me get a X-Acto knife. Cut the plastic off. So hopefully y'all get some ideas. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks everybody for the thumbs up. Okay, so now we're going to have that, and let's go ahead and put a little black in here too. These will be the colors I'll use for this one. All right, so just to add some more something to it, okay? So I'm going to take, and you're just going to scrape it over. It's just kind of like, and I'll mix a couple colors here. Maybe some black on the edges. And then, so when you cut this up, when you cut all this up, you've got all this texture already worked into it, right? See, look how cool this is. Look at that cool texture. Let's put a little black in there. And I'm not cleaning my palette knife. I'm just picking up more. I'm just layering on. So it's on there kind of thick. That's why it takes a minute for me to heat gun it, because the paint is on here pretty thick. All right, so there we go. We got some pink there. Let's put a little more black down here. Maybe a little more in there. All right, now I'm going to take my bucket of stars, just because it just adds a little bit more oomph. Okay. You don't have to do it. You can leave out any of these steps that you think you don't want or like. All right, so there we go. Now we're going to cut that down. All right, let's dry it. We got to dry it first. All right. Well, you know what? Let me just set this aside. Let's do 2 or 3, and then it'll start to set up. It won't dry. I'll still have to hit it with the heat gun, but probably for not as long. So let's set that aside. And let's go to the next one. Let's do 2 or 3 of these bright colors. So I can still use this blue and the black. Now I need the yellow ochre in here. So that way they can kind of sit up for a minute. It'll take just a little less time. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's get with the yellow ochre. Maybe a little black. We got those little bugs in there. That's some yellow ochre. Again, we're going to cut all this up. So it's, don't be over precious with it. With the blue, a little more black. And I'm just skimming the palette knife over it. So if you rub it too hard, you're just going to have a nice, a flat smash of color. So it's just a way to use up stuff that you just have sitting around. And don't tell me you don't. Don't tell me you don't have stuff sitting around. And then I want to take a few minutes before, at the end here to maybe work on a couple cards and actually do a couple scenes in a card. All right, so I'm going to set this one aside to dry set for a minute. As long as the cats don't come in here and walk on all this. I got them all over the floor. Okay, let's go with this one. This one needs a little bit of purple. Let's see. Let's Just throw down a few more colors as we go. All right, let's see. Let's add some little around the edge. Just kind of scrape some in. All right. Is anybody like liking this? How many are like Janet? Janet, are you OCDing? Is this too OCD for you? Because I was thinking this would be good for Janet to think up backgrounds. Just throw paint on there. I don't know. To make your iCads? How many of y'all are in the iCad? The index card a day challenge. How many of you are in iCad? If you're an iCad, take some of your old art journal pages and do this so that you have something as a base. You're good? Okay, that's good. Jenny goes, no, I'm good. She does a lot of messy stuff with Eileen when she gets out those magicals and stuff. So I wouldn't think this would bother her too much. I think what bothers Jan is when she has all of it laying around. So that's why you got to use this. You got to do it. You got to do. So who else doing iCads? I'm not doing the iCads, the index card a day. Okay, Julie Topaz is. I can't see the mess around you. I sent Janet a picture of my stacks of collage fodder, and I think she fainted. It took her a minute to get up off the floor after I sent her that picture, or the little video, I think. Okay, let's set this aside. We're going to cut them all up in a minute. All right, let's see what else I got in here that's kind of bright. Let's go with some of the brighter ones. Okay, this one we could probably maybe let's find even brighter ones here. This one maybe. I'm trying to have some nice bright colors. So when we cut them up, this girl, we did something with some. But if it does freak people out, if you cut up faces. Let's see here. All right, let's go with maybe this one here because I've already got the pink right here. So let's scrape in some pink. There's a doily on here. This was truly a mixed media something at the time. I think we might have done something with 2 colors or something. Let's put a little, well, I'm going to splatter it, so that'll be good. Let's just go ahead and splatter this. Wait, let's have a little bit more down here. All right, let's splatter. So I've got, I think, 4 now to cut up down on the floor. You could do drips, splatters, whatever. Like if you want to put, let's just put some here. Look. Okay. So there we go. Let's set that one aside. I want to have space to safely put this stuff. All right, let's do this one real quick, and then I'll hit them with the heat gun. I'll hit them with the heat gun, and we'll cut them up. Then maybe we'll see. We've only done maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 or so of them. We haven't hardly done any out of a stack of 100. That's what I'm saying. Then they'll all go back up on my shelf again until we decide to do this project again in the future. Let's add a little bit of red to this one. Let's just throw in a little red. I don't want it on his head. It always was a little disconcerting when you have splatters of red. Okay, so there we go now. So if I missed anything in chat, I'm kind of not. Need a little more water. I want some big splats and some little splats. Okay, that's good. Because y'all see what happens when we cut them up. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead. I've got 5 or 6 of them down here on the floor. Let's go back and hit them with the heat gun for just a minute, and we'll cut them up as we go. I'm still trying to remember where my 12 by 12, my original napkin journal, the original 12 by 12 napkin journal. I'm looking around. I need to go over there on the shelf. It might be over there. I'll see if I can find it. So thanks everybody for popping in on an impromptu use up your old art journal pages stream. Hi, Kenneth. Thanks for stopping in. Should have asked him when if well, it wouldn't be now, but okay. Let's see. Get my cutter, and still got some of that's still wet, so I'm going to be a little careful. All right, so first off, I want to make sure I keep this little section here. So let's go ahead. And I might trim a little bit of that edge off there so that I can do more. One at 4, maybe. And then let's see, is that 3? Okay, so that's 3. So I have enough to cut this down to a 3 by 4 little card there. So can you see? Look, that looks like a whole little. This reminds me right here of a Japanese painting with the Mount. Well, it wouldn't be Mount Fuji with these other mountains, but that's what it kind of looks like. This kind of reminds me, look, you can almost see a little town in there. Can you see a little town in there? I could see the little black, you know how the Japanese paintings have the black silhouetted trees hanging over? You can see a whole little world, a little Japan world in this. Do y'all see it? Okay, so let's see what else we got here. So I don't know if I like it, which way I like it. I'll have to kind of play with it. I kind of liked it this way. And I can always paint around the little bug there. So you can go different ways with it. You just got to kind of sit there and study. This almost looks underwater to me. That could be a water beetle. Paint that blue around him. And this could be a water beetle. Miss Didi, how do the prismas bleed when you are going over them? Yeah, the prisma won't bleed. You could scrub them. I mean, but you can. They won't bleed. The Prisma pencils are like perfect for going over acrylic paint. But let me say this: if you don't have matte medium on it, well, which these probably almost all do. But if you have a shiny piece of, say, if you have one little part, let's just say this is from a magazine and it's shiny, pencil will not go over shiny. So you either have to put some acrylic paint on there, an acrylic paint wash, or, because pencil won't go over shiny. But yeah, pencil will go over all this just fine. All right, so then, of course, this one goes this way. All right, so let's cut the rest of this down. There's a scrap. All right, so I think I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go with 3 by 4s this way. So let's do a 3, or maybe do I want a 6? Or did I already do a 4? Okay, let's go ahead and do a postcard size 4 by 6. Okay, so there's a postcard. So I'm either doing 4 by 6 or 3 by 4. Are we still here, guys? Am I frozen? Are we okay? Am I here? Am I still here, guys? Okay. Send the bugs to Eileen. Hi, Riri. Are we still, am I here, guys? It looked like I froze for a second. Okay. All right. So this looks like some waterfalls in here. I think I'm going to roll with this as a 4x6 this way. So I kind of want this, but I'm going to just, you can, let some of it be wasted if you see an area that you really like this. I really like that whole little area. Look at the maps down there. Here's your foreground, waterfalls. I might work with this one in a minute. I'll set that one kind of, they're still wet, so I'm trying to kind of be careful. Okay, so this is a 3, so I think I can get at least 1 out of this. I like this bottom part, I think. Let's do that. I might have gotten 2 out of it. Okay. So I'm making 3x4s. So just kind of look at them, turn them different ways, see what you see in there. All right, so I don't want to smear those splots. Okay, let's go on to the next 1 or 2. Let's dry. All over the floor down here. Let's dry this. Yeah, I see you, Riri. You're there. Hi, Nighthawk. We're using old art journal pages and cutting them down and then turning them into a refresh in case anybody's coming in. We're turning our old art pages into little cards. This was a Halloween one. I'm going to send that to Miss Vicky. And turning them in and making little worlds. These are all 3x4, but I'm making 4x6 and 3x4. So these are some of the sample ones that I have here. That's what we're doing. Yes. Well, we've been doing it for 10 years, but yeah. These are just some old art journal pages that stack up and pile up. And so we're cutting them down to remake them, repurpose them. I really need to dry these well, which I'm not really doing. I need to dry them well, but. Hi, Carla. Hi, Cat Girl. I like to make, of course, y'all know I'm a collage artist. I love collage, but I love world building. Where'd I put my, oh, here it is. All right, so let's cut this one up. Again, I'll try to keep part of her face anyway. So let's cut off maybe 3 at the top. Let's see. Let's cut this part off. Now let's keep her face. So we'll make this a 4. And then let's cut that edge off. Let's make this a 6. So we'll make this one a postcard. Then I got this right here. We can turn this into a 3x4. And then a little scrap. That'll go in the scrap pile. Okay, is this 3? Yeah. Okay, so this can cut down to 4. They're still wet. I like this. No, I like this. Well, yeah, let's cut that edge off there. All right, I can use this. Okay. But, look, so many of them can be turned into things. And you can, again, add little, here, let's show you the one that I finished. Well, I didn't finish it. But just taking one little collage element and turn it into a little something, you see? And I paint the backs. I'd paint the backs all black, and I sign them on the back. Okay, so there's these. All right. All right, let's do another 4x6 here. Let's turn, I'm going to cut that edge off and make this right in there. Can't y'all see look, there's a pond right there. Waterfall coming down into a pond. I'm going to work on this one. I think I'm going to work on this one. I'm going to work on these two for sure. Let's put those up here because I want to work on those two. All right, let's see here. Down here, I like this area. I like that. Can't y'all see stuff in there? If you don't see it that way, turn it upside down. I like those there. Okay. Oh, I think I can get one little card out of here. A little 4. And then a 4 out of that. Scrap. Hi, kangaroo babe. What? Is it tomorrow for you already? I was going to say, or it's like if you're 12 hours ahead, then it's already tomorrow. No, it would be tonight. 11, is it 11:30 at night there? Yeah, in Oz. I guess it depends on what part of Oz you're in. Okay, let's draw another one. I've got 2, 3, 4 more. Still 4 more, guys, that I need to cut up. We'll cut these 4 up, and then we'll work on a couple of cards. This one we did the drips, so it's really wet. And it's got doily in it. I'm actually going to try to sop up some of this one. This one's really wet. So on Wednesday, I think it was, Wednesday, we did using, your watercolor pencils. And then was it on Monday? We used up something. We used something up on Monday. Okay, so let's go with 6. Again, this one's really thick because it's got like actual doilies glued on. Okay, so here's a 4. And then I like this side. 4. And then that's 3. So we can get 1 out of this one. A 4. 3 by 4. Those are the 2 sizes we're rolling with. But look at this. Can you see into that little dimension right there? Telling you, people, it's just too fun. All right, let's cut this down some more. Let's go up here. Let's go 4 by 6. Do I like this or do I kind of like that? Let's go here. So I'm making postcards and art cards. Okay, this one needs to be 6 this way. Oh, I got to trim that. It's a little off. Now let's go 6. Because I want this section right in here. So I'm going to trim this down to 4. Right there. Now let's see. 3 by 4. I hope y'all are okay with this. Color Stick Monday. Yeah, I don't remember. We do so many things on every show. It's hard to remember. Did we do that specific technique on that day? All right, hang on, guys. Here's another one. I got a couple more here. Let's try this. We don't have to do them all. I kind of was hoping to get these that we scraped on. cut down. And I'll do a giveaway. If y'all would like, I'll give away a couple of envelopes of these. I'll put a few cards in an envelope to a couple people if y'all would like that. Okay, let's see. 6, 4, 4, and a little piece left over. 3, no, let's do 4 here. And then 3. It's a 4. This might be a good 4x6. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Joan. And anybody else here? Thanks for popping in. Okay, let's cut down. I actually have 3 more, but let's see. Maybe we'll cut down. Let's cut down 1 more. Then we'll do a giveaway, and then we'll do some art. Okay, so this one. This one was a start of a painting or something. I don't even remember what we had on it. But let's go ahead and first, let's start with, I want to get right kind of in here. So let's trim this down like here. Let's do a 6. And then trim off some of these edges. Let's see if we can get, so you can just kind of look at it and pick a section you like. You don't have to keep all the edges. You can cut around. Like if you like this section right here, then cut some off of both sides. It's okay, you know. I like these as well. I might pull those. All right, so again, here we go. Cut 6. Trim that little top off there. And then we can get 4. 4. And I'm not even going to keep that. Okay, so let's throw all this away. So there we go. Let's we'll just kind of do a little flip of some of the stuff that we've done, and then we'll do a giveaway. I'm going to do a couple of giveaways where you can. I'll send you cards unfinished, an envelope or 2, and we'll do 2 giveaways, and it can be international because it's just going to be in an envelope. So let's see what we have here now, just from cutting down. Let's just see what we cut down just in the last 2 hours. Well, actually, not even that long because we did some looking through. All right. So, and then I also have all these scraps left that I can use these scraps in other collages, right? All right. So I'm going to kind of separate them out of size. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and zoom in because I'm going to be working close up. Hang on. Let's zoom in. Let's make sure it's not too dark. I think that's pretty good as far as lighting, maybe just a tad lighter. Okay, so here's what we've done so far. Yeah, scraps. All right, so let's see. What am I do? Let's move this because that's distracting. Okay, so I'm going to show you the ones that we've made in both sizes. And again, they could be turned different ways, right? I just want to show, I'm just going to flip through them real quick. I'm liking these as well. I like them all. I can make something out of so many of them. This one too, I like this one. These are already partially started for me. I might pick that one. Just so y'all can kind of see, this could go this way like the door. You can just turn them all different ways until you decide what you like. That's another little one. This is actually started from the big collage. That'll be kind of probably an easy one to work on. Same for this one. Because these were cut down from collage that I'd already worked on and put water in. So just so y'all can see here, all the ones that we've cut down. Again, I see a little waterfall, a little pond here. This is the one that I said looked like a Frank Lloyd Wright house on the hill. This one had a leftover Christmas card angel on it. This had a magazine image girl on it. See, I see a little person standing in there with a little weapon. And there's stuff on the backs of them. When I make my cards, I paint the backs black and sign them on the back. So there we go. So you can kind of see what we cut up. Now I pulled a few to play with. All right. So first off, let's go ahead. Oh, I just scratched my ear and I got paint. Paint in my ear. Let's go ahead and do a giveaway. We'll do 2 giveaways if my mods are here. Is Julie, Janet, are there a couple mods here? So let me tell you how it works when I do a giveaway, unless I just pick somebody, which is always easier for me. But I'm going to do random.org. So what I do is when I type in go, put in one number between 1 and 100. And this is for international too. I'm going to do 2 different people. Okay. Between 1 and 100. The first 2 people closest to random.org's selection, I'm going to send you a little stack of some of these cards in an envelope. It's not a real big deal, but you can make something with it or try to. Let me get over to random. Don't put any numbers in until I type in go. When I type in go, and one number only, please. Okay. That's not random.org. Okay, so we'll have random. Let me turn the light down on it. Hang on. So we'll put in, you're going to put in one number only, and the first 2 people closest to whatever it picks, without going over. If you go over, then it's the next person. Okay, one number only. Let's get this in here. All right, go. Yeah. Like Julie said, one number only. Yeah, if you put in a bunch of numbers, we're going to be disqualified. Okay, so there you go. Okay. Let me wipe any wet paint off my hands. I'll get some fresh baby wipes to get my hands clean here. Let's wipe off the palette knife a little. Okay. One number only. And if it says just show, make sure you are also in top chat, guys. Make sure you are in, live chat. Make sure you are at live chat. Yeah, Nighthawk, you might want to wait and spam till after the contest. Just saying. Okay, yeah, I'm going to count down now. So if you don't have your number in, I'm going to count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last call. Put in a number right now because I'm going to hit stop. Okay, here we go. Let's see. The first 2 people closest to whatever comes up here. 5. The first 2 people closest to 5 without going over. Now, if everybody went over, then we'll do another number. Okay. Anybody after my stop doesn't count. Okay. If you put it in after my stop, it doesn't count. Yeah. All right. The first 2 people closest to 5 without going over. I already see one person that's under 5. So under the number 5, not the age. Okay. We'll wait on my mods, and anybody can go scroll back and look as well. The first 2 people. Curly T. Okay, I'll go with Curly T, although I think she put it in after I put in stop, but maybe if the mods say so. Okay, so we're going to go with Linda. Okay, Linda Morel. Was it Linda Morel? Yeah, Morel. Okay, Linda and Curly T. I know I think I have Curly's address, but will you mind sending it to me again, Curly, so I don't have to go look it up? So you 2 people, send me your address. Here's my email. Send me your address so I can send you out some of these cards. Now, they're going to be a hot mess. They're a hot mess. There's stuff on half of them's got stuff on the back, paint on the back. So you got to make something out of them. Well, you don't have to. You do what you want. But I'm going to send them to you that way. Okay, so Curly T and Linda Morel, you 2 are going to get some art cards. Let me put this up here on my outgoing. All right, real quick now, before we make, let me look over here. I want to see if I can find my 12 by 12s. Hang on. Where are those things? Are they in here? What do I do with them? Hang on, guys. I'm going to look real quick. See if I can find those 12 by 12 napkin journal pages. They're over here, I think, because this is the only place that would be big enough to hold them. Let's see. Wow, I wish I remember where I put them. That's a journal. The original 12 by 12 napkin journal pages. It seemed like they'd have to be down here because it's the only one of the places that, if it's not up on my shelf, that could hold those big pages. But I'm not seeing them. I'm not sure where they went. It's not on this shelf. It's not on that top shelf because I just pulled these down. Oh gosh, I got a whole nother stack of these up there. I got 2 stacks of these art journal deconstructions up there. But I'm not seeing the 12 by 12s. Let's look down here. Well, I'm not sure where I put them, guys. I'm not sure where I put the 12 by 12 old napkins. Here's one. This is what made me want to go look for it. The original 12 by 12 napkin journal. I don't know where I put it. I don't see it on any of my shelves. It's here somewhere, but I'm not finding it by looking around. All right, well, we're going to move on then. All right, let's put away there. And let's make a couple little worlds before we go. I got to leave this out to remind myself to look. Let's put that down there. No telling where it is. Okay, so let's see. So I picked, and we didn't get anywhere. Look, guys, I'm not joking. We got hardly anywhere. Look at all the ones we flipped through these, but look, I mean, we got 100 at least sitting here. Oh my god! I try to use this stuff up. I can't use it as fast as we make it. All right, let's tuck this over here on the side. All right, these can go over there. Okay. All righty. Let's see which ones. I kind of pulled a few that I might want to do something with. All righty. Dee Dee, you want to work all day? I'll stay. Aw, thanks, Carl. No, don't forget, Barb comes on at 2, guys, 2 Eastern. Barb Owen comes on at 2 Eastern. It's almost 11 here, so you still got a couple. We'll work for 30 more minutes or something. All right, let's see. All right, let's get a little bit cleaner piece of paper here. And I'm just going to look at them, see which ones I'm thinking about. I kind of like this. I'm liking this one. I'll pass on that one. Kind of liking this one and that. Maybe I'll try to do the postcard size one, although I like that one because it's halfway done. These. I'm just kind of looking them over. I like all of them, but let's go with these. We'll go with these right here. Might have to back. Well, let's back out 1 or 2 or 3. Okay. Let's see. Hi, Wolfie. I missed you coming in. I saw Janet say something to you. Anybody else? I met Elizabeth. I said hi to Carla. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to get, this is still a little wet, but I want to let's just go ahead and, do I want some more collage elements in it? Do I want, this kind of looks like a statue. It could be a cave. Kind of liking this. Let's see, I think I'm going to work on this. Let's work on these two because they're halfway started. They already have some collage elements in them. Let me tilt my camera down just a little. All right, now I can zoom back in a little. All right. I don't like all this in the background for you guys. Let me get a nice piece of paper to work on so you can see it better, even though it might flash out the camera. There we go. All right, let's see. Got some paint right here. And I'll work on these 3. I'll work on these 3 right now. Let me put my glue brush back in the water so it doesn't harden up. And let's move this stuff off to the side. Try to make a little space here. I might have another little collage element here. I kind of like this as is. All right, another baby white. So I hope this inspired you guys to use some of your old art journaling pages. All right, let's see. What brush do I want? Water. Find a little, maybe. Digging around in my brushes for a minute. Okay, that work. All right. You go get me a Chick-fil-A, Janet? Are y'all trying to make me stay? All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and start with this one. I see you, baby. You can't come up here though. Don't walk in any of Mama's wet paint. See, now this is already starting to dry, crust over. Aw, thanks, Janet. What is it, baby girl? I hear you. Okay, then up in here in the stars, this needs a little bit more cloudy, misty area here. Coming across. See, this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of doing these collages, is this little detailed stuff. And sometimes we don't get to it because we've spent so much time doing the prep work, right? But this is a kind of this is the part where in my head I'm going shh, shh, shh. All right, let's see what I still want to do. A little more stars down here. This needs to be that needs to be painted in blue right there. Got too much of a big blob of white right there. So let's get rid of that. Same thing for here. That's too. Where's my black here? I might want an element of time in one of these, maybe. So you just kind of look and just, whatever you imagine, you can just paint it in. If you don't like it, then paint over it and start again. Or just start on another card. We still moving? Let's see. Their site says they're delivered to the new. If that's still the case. You mean Chick-fil-A? Our Chick-fil-A's open. Well, I don't know about inside. Nobody, I think everybody just does drive through. And yeah, it's pretty quick too. They have a little system down pat. But our Chick-fil-A's been open outdoor, drive through. If that's what y'all are talking about, Chick-fil-A. I think I'm actually going to eat a salad today. Hubster comes home when he comes home for lunch. I think I'm going to make us the big salad. If y'all remember Seinfeld and the big salad. All right, so I'm kind of liking that. All right, let's see. Let's go over here. I'm still working on it, but I'm just going to kind of go from one to the other. Let's add a little bit of cut into that sky a little. You like it, canapes? Thank you. Like, I don't like that. That's big dot right there. So that's just going to have to go. See? All right. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to add some stars and a couple of planets and whatnot, not. I'm gonna, but we've cut this up into just so you got to kind of go in there and fiddle, you know. Just kind of, this is where you just want to chill and let your mind, rest and just kind of look through it and. Let's see. Okay. Debbie apps will be on at 4. Um, Barb comes on at 2. So y'all got a full afternoon of streamers. Full afternoon of streamers today. And hi, Picola. I didn't see. I don't know when I missed you coming in. Thank you for being here. All right. Let's see. I need a little bit of this brown. This is It's starting to. All these are got a film over them already. They're dried, so I'm having to kind of break in there. Put a little brown over here. Okay, let me clean my brush. I usually just kind of clean it off on a baby wipe unless it starts getting really crusty because the paint dries on there. Okay, I don't like that blob right there. So let's get rid of that. That could almost have some watch hands coming off of that, I think. Let's go ahead and do some water here. Look at this water. So does anybody have any plans for the weekend? I was hoping my mail would get here before the end of the show because my Jane Davenport, my Jane Davenport mermaid book is going to be here today. Let's put the back end of the brush here and make a nice little planet thing up there. Make some nice misty clouds. Might even have some rain coming out of that. That's too big. Let's move that. Let's bring that down a little. So, anyone plans? Is anybody able to get out and do anything yet this weekend? Okay, let me see. I think I get my Posca. Let me hit this with the heat gun. A couple pencils here. Okay, I want my... Oh, thank you. Have fun, Ashley. Thanks for stopping in. Sharpen. Get in there. Oh, thank you, Sylvie. Thank you for the super chat. $3.99 Canadian. I think it's Canadian, right? Thank you so much, Sylvia. Email me your address and I'll send you a thank you. Let me put it in here. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Sylvie. Thank you so much. Thank you, Napoleon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sylvie. I appreciate it. Thanks, everybody that supports the channel. I sent out a bunch of collages this month. Just have a little, and I'm just having in the rain because a lot of times I'll have the rain like sideways, because like the wind. This one's just kind of coming straight down. It's the waves that are all um, moving in this case. So I'm kind of liking that. I think I'll leave that one like this. The inspiration as well. Oh, thank you, Sylvie. I appreciate that. I always love your collages so much. Thank you. Thanks so much. All right, so I think I'm going to go with that one. Needs a couple extra. Let's just put in, I know I have splots of stars, but it needs a couple strategic ones here. It's a couple strategic little, and then maybe down here in the water, we'll have a little bit of foamy bits there. Some of those little details. I like that. Okay, let's look at this one real quick. And this right here, again, that's a little big. I want to kind of get rid of that. Let's see here. Let's try to get a color that's sort of matches. The sun, it's not dried out yet. And then it's my black. Okay. Makes that sense. Well, and I'm not saying that you're going to, and again, I love outer space. I love science fiction. I love stars, water, mist. I love these elements that I use. So I use them a lot. So I have a lot of practice. But, you see how many abandoned book, altered books I've done using the same types of collage techniques? When you do hundreds of them, guys, hundreds of them, it gets easier. It does get easier the more you do. The more you do of it, it does get easier. So, okay, I'm kind of liking that. So there's those two. I mean, I can always tweak. I can always tweak. Alrighty. All right, let's see. We can do one more. Let's do this one here. We'll have time for one more. And although I love both of them, yeah, we'll work on this one. I think I like this because I think I want water coming out of here. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I'll do the baby wipe technique where you pick up some white paint and mash it into the baby wipe, mash it in, and then you can kind of do a misty kind of thing because it's picking up the water from the moisture from the baby wipe, right? So I just kind of want a little bit of water kind of running out of there. And then maybe we'll have, let's see. It might be, do you want some coming off the top of this? Maybe that we could pick a little collage element to put over here from the book, just to do something a little different from our collage book. Okay, let's see. What do I want over here? Let's look in the book. Let's see. Let's look in the book and see if we can pick something. That might be over here coming out of the water. We could have something coming out of there. This is a book we're going to pick something out of Extraordinary Things to Cut Out in Collage. What can we have? Do we want a fish? Do we want a shell? Do we want a bird? What do we want coming out of the water here? A fish would kind of be so easy, but maybe we don't want that. Maybe we want something a little more thought-provoking. I do like this fish. Let's see, here's my scissors. I'm not going to show you the fish yet because I want to look first. Oh, I kind of like this. Okay, I might cut this out. I won't show it to you till I cut it out. I don't know if it's quite the right color that I want. It might be okay. I'll have to paint some of it in because I don't want to cut out a lot of the tiny details. Hang on, I'm going to cut this out and then we're going to paint it in. So I won't have to cut it all completely out. I can paint behind it, the white areas. So let's see if this is going to work. Maybe I'll leave a little highlight on top of that. Let's see if this will work. We'll move on. I have a couple of fish here. Hang on. Getting there. Getting there. We could chat a minute. No, it's not a submarine, but that would be good too. A submarine would be good. Let's just see if this works. I'm not sure if I'm going to like the color, but it struck me as a good object to be here. Almost done. Almost done. I'm not showing it to you while I fussy cut. Alrighty then. Let's cut this one little bit. I hope this works because I think it's a cool element. I hope everybody has a good weekend, a creative weekend. Again, don't forget Barb comes on at 2. And Debbie, is she moved permanently to this time? 4 on Friday? Somebody can tell me. Has Debbie moved permanently to 4 on Fridays? And you can put, one of the mods could put links. Okay, so this is what I cut out. This little octopus. But I didn't get in there with the, see, I have to paint that in right there. But I'm just thinking, I don't know, I kind of like, I really kind of like that. I'm going to right about there. What do y'all think? I wish it was just a little more orange, which I could add a little bit of orange to it. I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to glue it in. Hang on. I'm going to put it down with a little bit of Eileen's tacky. I'll put a little paint on him. I gotta get that little foot. I gotta get a little bit of glue on my finger there. A little shadow under him. Kind of paint him into the scene a little. All right, now let's see. Okay, let's get the blue. I don't have to have paint because pencil's not going to work. It's shiny, so pencil's not going to work over the shiny. Is that still wet anywhere? There we go. All right, now let's see. Let me get my brush and a little bit of this brown color. Oops, not too much there. Just a touch, just a little touch, not too much. Shadow. It's the littlest shadow there. There we go. So just paint a little bit of shadow that looks like he's leaving a shadow here. A little bit right there. Okay, and then I need a little bit of blue right in here. What do y'all think? How's that look? Does it look like he's coming out of there? He's coming out of that tunnel. Need a little brown. Mixing. A little gray. A little brown. There we go. Oh, you're going to be on Debbie's today, Brooke? That'll be fun. We'll have to watch for that, or at least I'll try to watch the recording. All right, so there we go. What do y'all think? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. All right. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed playing around with some of the little collage elements here. Let's take this off here. There we go. Thanks, guys. Oh, you're welcome, Brooke. Have fun at Debbie's. Have fun at Debbie's. I hope y'all had fun. And again, I'm going to send out to the two girls that got some, what do you call it, cards that they can finish themselves. And yeah, I'll take a picture of these and post them on Twitter. Okay, I'll post these on Twitter just so you can have them somewhere. All right, guys. Well, y'all have a great weekend. I'll see y'all probably at some of the other streamers over the weekend, and then, of course, Monday, as we say in the South, the good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Okay, guys. Bye.